joining us now with analysis of the situation on the ground is retired Brigadier General and candidate for the governor of New Mexico, Greg Zanetti. General, I want to first talk about what we were just looking at the images there with Jim. They continue to go after civilian targets. It was a bicycle factory. I mean, it's astounding to look at some of the images there. Do you expect that to continue with the Russians? And also, I found it interesting, General, that there is now another curfew in effect. How do you make that juxtaposition? Does it seem like they may be stepping up attacks in and around Kyiv?
There's no doubt about it, Rita. And what your reporters on the ground are seeing is the squeezing of the metropolitan, the urban areas. And I suspect this will be going on for several months. The Ukrainians are fighting valiantly, but without help, this is going to be tough.
You know, you talk about the Ukrainians. Yes, they have been fighting back. In fact, they've even been taking back some territory. And in recent days, I mean, it's been amazing to see that big naval ship also was taken out. There are reports that also up to 7 major generals on the Russian side have been taken out. Is this maybe a turning point? Do you think, given if they can get some more of the hardware, the military hardware that you just addressed still seems to be lacking, can they maybe win this? Can they turn this around?
Oh, yeah, it's too early to tell that yet. I'll tell you something I have seen, Rita, that I'm trying to make some sense of it. When I see the wreckage of a number of these, this equipment, the Russian equipment, a lot of what I see is their older equipment. And I think, have they not committed their more modern equipment to this fight yet, the Russians? And so, yes, I want the Ukrainians, to fight back and win this. At the same time, I wonder if the Russians have held a lot of their more modern equipment back. And this is also why their troops are upset, meaning, they've been sent in there basically as cannon fodder. I don't know, we'll see.
They're also talking, General, about bringing in also reinforcements from the country of Georgia. What do you make of that? And also, trying to pull in some from Belarus as well.
Oh, Rita, you're spot on. Absolutely. Is it now time that they're going to bring in the reserves? And yes, Belarus has, 300,000 soldiers. And so I think when Putin is ready to bring in the reinforcements, he will. I think what's slowing him down is that the land has been soggy. And so as far as deploying your mechanized infantry, your armor, it makes it tough when they get bogged down. So they've had to stay on the hardtop on the highways, which makes the armor sitting targets. I'm wondering if he's going to wait until it gets sunnier and the land dries so that they could bring in a more dispersed attack and go that way against the Ukrainians.
That's why they also need the S-300s. Those are the Soviet-style Patriot air defense systems. What is the delay? I know the Slovaks want to give it to them. They want the backfill, though, I think, from other countries. So they have Patriots sort of in return, so they're not left empty-handed. But, as we can tell, time is ticking in Ukraine.
No, absolutely. And I don't understand that either. Sometimes I think Biden is fighting what I call a pretend war. And Reed, if I could just do a quick shift here, there's another war that's going on. It's the financial war. And you'll notice what Putin did this week. He said, for unfriendly nations, you need to pay for your oil, for your gas in rubles. And remember, we took the ruble down to almost a penny. And now the ruble has basically rebounded in a big way. And the other thing that happened this week was the Chinese were in Saudi Arabia, basically working on a deal to trade oil in yuan, their currency. And so on the financial war, actually, Russia and China teamed up this week against the United States. So I know that President Biden wants to unite everybody against Ukraine, but it's pretty clear to me that China wants no part of this, and they're fighting this war on the financial end as well.
Yeah, that makes it very complicated for us on so many levels. And I agree with you. China's sort of also trying to play at both sides in a way, which is also very difficult. I want to also talk about some verbiage, because this has been making tons of headlines, General. President Biden made a major gaffe yesterday. Here he is. He's in Rzeszów, Poland, in southern Poland, and he's talking to the 82nd Airborne. That is, of course, as you know, one of the best fighting forces by far in the world. These are the guys who go in should there be, an invasion attack by the U.S., coming in to protect the Ukrainians against Russia. These are the fighting ones. And they go in. Here he is. He's meeting with them. And they are there in this, location there in southern Poland, talking to him. And boy, did he make what I think is a very dangerous slip up to, again, an elite fighting U.S. force. Take a listen.
And you're going to see when you're there, and some of you have been there, you're going to see women, young people standing in the middle of front of a damn tank, just saying, I'm not leaving. I'm holding my ground.
When you get there, I mean, this is amazing. And we are hearing now that Russia is using that comment and putting it out to its people, saying, look, the U.S. is planning on sending troops in there. The White House had to walk it back and say, no, the president didn't mean that. He misspoke. But boy, is that a dangerous gaffe, General.
Oh, I agree, Rita. But this has been a pattern for him throughout his presidency, saying these things and walking it back, saying it and walking it back. And what it demonstrates to the world is weak, ineffective leadership. I think that's actually what emboldened Putin to go in the first place, was he saw this kind of thing. And so, yes, very disturbing and bothersome at that level that they should be making that kind of mistake. We have issues at the top here.
Yeah, no doubt. Certainly, we have a lot of big issues there. And of course, everybody, we're going to be following President Biden. Let's see what he says during the rest of this trip. Hopefully, there are no more major gaffes like that. General, thank you.